I guess I have a DCP vlog. I'm shook right now because I'm doing the Disney College program and I decided to start a vlog, and I've been watching DCP vlogs for so long. I am so excited to just videotape this process, and every opportunity and adventure I go on, I want to make sure I live in the moment and get it all on tape. I'm so excited, and I thought today I'd start off with like a Disney question tag, and you can learn more about me and Disney, and I can explain a little bit more. I don't know where to start, but I guess I'm just gonna go for it. Most underrated Disney movie ever, Tarzan. I love Tarzan so much. It's in my top. It's probably my top 5. That Phil Collins soundtrack though, oh my gosh, I love the characters, and the soundtrack just goes with that movie so well. If you guys love Tarzan, just leave a comment below. For me, it'll always be one of my favorites, and it always has been. The first movie I ever saw, Bug's Life. I can quote Bug's Life front and back to front. I would sit there and tease the VHS tape until it was completely chewed up, and I drove my parents crazy. Every time it would end, I'd be like, no, again! And they'd pick me up, and my little finger would rewind the tape. If you guys are 90s babies, you will remember rewinding the VHS tape. The first time I went to Disney, and we did It's Tough to Be a Bug, the scene when Hopper popped out and was like talking, and I think he was like messing with Flick. My mom said I had the biggest tantrum she'd ever seen me have because I saw Hopper and my little feet were kicking and I was like trying to get at him, and she said she had to carry me out of the theater of Tough to Be a Bug because I lost control. Hopefully the next time I see Tough to Be a Bug I will not be causing a ruckus. Movie that makes me laugh, Emperor's New Groove. I love Emperor's New Groove so much. I can quote it probably just as good as Bug's Life, but those lines never get old. Like, right. Favorite character? Oh, that's a hard one. I love Mickey. As you can see, I'm wearing like a Mickey bodysuit. I have Mickey right behind me. Ever since I got accepted into the program, I've kind of turned into like a real big Mickey fan, and the first thing I want to do when I go to the parks after traditions is I want to see Fantasmic. I've only seen it live once. All I have to do is hear the music to Fantasmic, and that's enough to make me start to cry. It's just, it's really special to me, and I love how the whole point of Fantasmic is all about your imagination, and how your imagination's pretty powerful. What you think basically becomes your reality. Favorite theme park? I think probably depending on the day and when I go, my favorite theme park changes, but I love Magic Kingdom, but I also really love Epcot. As a kid, I just never appreciated Epcot. I was always like, oh, it's the boring park, but now that I've gotten older, I love Epcot so much. I can't wait to eat everything at Epcot and just eat all over the world. It's just such a relaxing park. You know, there isn't the drama of, okay, we have to get on Space Mountain, and then after that we have to go to Splash Mountain because the line's gonna fill up, you know? It's so relaxed. It's just this big circle, and you're walking, and you can stop and eat, and maybe hop on a little ride, and there's not really that long of a wait, unless you're going on Frozen, but it's just an overall very chill environment. Favorite theme park attraction? Okay, so I'd say my favorite ride at Disney is Dinosaur. I feel like so many people don't really care about that ride, but I happen to love it. I find it kind of fascinating. I can basically quote that video at the beginning of the ride, and especially after that refurb where you can see every little detail of those dinosaurs, it's pretty amazing. That queue area gives me horrible anxiety attacks. I don't know, there's something about it. It's very claustrophobic in there, but it's worth it. Like Disney theme park rides in general, compared to any other park you go to, there's not a story at every park. You know, there's a little line and you get on there and there's really nothing to be had about it. It's like, sure, it might have been a fun roller coaster, but there wasn't a goal. There wasn't a mission. There wasn't a story. At Disney, you get a story. You get an experience. And I love, and I'm fascinated by, you know, every little detail about, like, specifically Dinosaur, about how it's a mission and there's a goal and you're going to get that iguanodon, and Seeker is guiding you through the whole time. He does a horrible job, but you know, he's guiding you through it, and there's the Carnotaurus that's chasing you, and I find that thrilling. Tower of Terror with, you know, you see the pre-show of the people in the hotel and you see them later in the ride and it's like, oh, we're next. It's like a little dream of mine. One day I want to be involved in like a Disney attraction, in the sense of I want my voice, or I want to act in one of those like pre-show things. Even if my voice was the please remain seated and keep your hands inside the vehicle at all times, that would complete my life in so many ways. There was a point in time where I wanted to design, you know, the meet and greet locations. I wanted to design the attractions. Who knows, maybe someday I will. I definitely still love it, I'm definitely still passionate about it, but I'm just gonna let go and see what happens. Favorite sidekick, Timon. I have a little Timon over there. He's quite the little character, literally. My favorite princess, I feel like if you have ever interacted with me once, it's no secret. Ariel is my favorite Disney character of all time. She always has been, she always will be. Oh man, I remember as a little girl promising myself I will never love a princess more. Ariel will always be my favorite. And through the years, Ariel's still my favorite. I love Ariel so much. I have met her every single time I've went to Disney without fail. The first time I was 2 years old, and I remember we were going into the old grotto, and as soon as I saw her, I wanted to like run towards her, but my grandpa's like, you gotta wait your turn, there are more people in front of us. And then as soon as it was my turn, I ran up to her and she bent down and put me in her lap, and I was just looking up at her with such inspiration in my little face. I love Ariel so much, I always will. I've got a lot of Ariel stuff and I just really admire her. I always felt like Ariel was the very first Disney princess who actually changed her situation, if, you know, because she wasn't happy about it. So she actually went out and did something, and she saved Prince Eric first, and I think that's pretty cool. One of my big Disney dreams is to be friends with Ariel at Voyage of the Little Mermaid. And her and I could just sit on the rock and have fun. So that would be really great if that happened, and I think maybe it will. Favorite love song? Oh my gosh. Guys, A Whole New World. Prince Aladdin. Ali. Prince Ali. Ali is perfect. He's got the attitude, but he's not too pompous. I hope that somebody shows up with a magic carpet for me someday soon. I'm still waiting. Disneyland or Disney World? Okay, I have been to Disneyland Hong Kong. Unfortunately, I have not made it over to the original park. I want to walk the streets that Walt walked. Oh my goodness, that would be so magical. And I want to see everything in Disneyland, everything that Disneyland has to offer, and kind of compare the two and see if I like Disneyland or Disney World better. But I've just grown up as a Disney World girl and have been going since I was 2 years old, and I'm 20 now, so it's been 18 magical years, and I can't wait to see what else the future holds for me with the company. I'm so excited and so proud to be a cast member, and I just can't wait for the next few months and beyond. Is your family Disney obsessed? I would say to some point my family is Disney obsessed. My dad made the coins on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. The biggest Disney fan in my family, except for me, obviously, is my grandpa, and I love my grandpa so much. He is he's encouraged me to follow my dreams my entire life, more than anybody else. I have a lot of supportive people in my life, but he's a big ball of love. And every time I think about Disney, I think about all the fun times him and I have had there, and all the adventures him and I would go on. We'd see every show and every ride I'd be with him. And I remember the first time that I went to Disney, my grandpa got me this, a little name tag. He got me this little name tag. It says Nicole. Kind of matches what I'm wearing. And he told me, one day this is gonna be real. One day you are going to be a Disney cast member and you're gonna work here and you're gonna make magic. So I love that. I love him. I can't wait for him to come see me at Disney, and I can't wait for this to be real. So I think I'm gonna wrap up. I think that's all I'm gonna say today. But thank you so much if you made it till the end watching my video. And I can't believe it, I have a DCP Disney College Program YouTube channel. And alright, I hope you stick around and you watch all my adventures to come.